Okay, well, I woke up this morning and my weather app said it's 32 degrees outside. I really didn't like the sound of that, so what I did was I got a second opinion. I opened up a second weather app. That one said it's 39 degrees outside, so that's the one I'm going to go with. It's 39 degrees outside. Yeah, that sounds much better. So either way, it's pretty cold outside, at least for me anyway. Temperatures in the 30-degree range are not my ideal temperature range. Of course, that's 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Good thing is I am fairly well stocked up on warm weather stuff. I've got plenty of fuel for my heater. I've got plenty of coffee. Actually, I'm drinking some local coffee called Cafe Umbria. So if you're around the Seattle area, this is really good stuff. Yeah, it's just incredible coffee. So I'm thinking about good coffee and trying not to think about the cold weather. But like I said, I'm fairly well set up for cold weather. I went and chopped most of my hair off. I went in, told the barber, cut it short. He cut it short. Exactly what I wanted, but yeah, not crazy about what it looks like. Not that that matters, but the bigger problem is my head is cold without any hair really to speak of. So I bought a new toque. This is a toque. I know some of you use a different word for it, but this is a toque. I think I'll get ready for outside now. And I also washed my down coat. So this is a Columbia 3-in-1 down coat. This thing has got me through 2 winters up here, and I've been waiting to pull it out and get it ready for the season because I'm really not looking forward to winter. I never look forward to winter. So I'm glad I got this ready to go. And I've got my heavy socks on. And now the only thing is to get out and brave the cold. So this weekend I'm on my way out to the Olympic Peninsula, one of my favorite places. And I'm gonna head first to a state park, one that I haven't been to. I've been going to state parks quite often lately because I find them to be a great resource. And so I picked a new one, kind of working my way around. There's a lot of really nice state parks in this state of Washington, and so just trying to get to see all of them. So first, I'm in the little town of Poulsbo, which is out near the Olympic Peninsula. And I've kind of stopped out of my way here because there's an awesome grocery store that has a lot of stuff that I like to stock up on. So if I'm going to be driving by this area, I'll run into this this big grocery store and stock up. The prices aren't great, but it is massive and the selection is incredible here. I'm gonna get in and out of here as quick as I can because I want to be out on the peninsula. I should probably at some point take you guys down and show you this little town of Poulsbo, but I think that's going to wait for another trip because I really want to get out to the Olympics. Okay, whenever there's a big store with lots of selection, I never can just run in and out of there, but anyway, I'm out of there now. I really only went in for tortillas. These are my favorite tortillas, and they come frozen, and if I I find if I keep them down to the bottom of my fridge, I can keep them frozen. So I bought a couple of packs since I'm up here. These are hard to find for some reason, even though they're really good. And I bought a big block of cheese. This is turning out to be a grocery haul. I bought some thin sliced beef, which is from Oregon, so I guess that's local. They had coffee on sale. I don't think I've tried this one, but I've been liking Ethiopian coffee lately, so it was a pretty good deal. So I tried that, and then even though I got lots of bread, which is, you know, in the form of tortillas, I bought some sourdough. This is my favorite sourdough, so I couldn't really pass it up. So, kind of staples for me: tortillas, cheese, splurging on some good beef. So there are definitely much faster ways of getting out to where I am headed than the route I have taken. But I really enjoy coming out this way because this takes me over this Hood Canal Bridge. I really like this bridge for some reason. It's an interesting bridge for one thing. This is not only a major route to get into the Olympics from the Tacoma and Seattle areas, but it's also a drawbridge, and it's also a floating bridge. And it's not like you can really tell that by looking at it, but it's actually a floating bridge, which is very interesting to me. So there's actually a state park here, just at the edge of the Hood Canal Bridge. This is the Hood Canal, and this is the little park. It's called Shine Tidelands State Park. And you do need a Discover Pass, a Washington State Discover Pass, to park here for any length of time. You can get those passes at local Fred Meyer's stores or REI stores. You can also buy them online from the Washington State government's website. I wouldn't suggest doing that, as they seem to be a little slow in mailing out the passes. But anyway, they're easy to find. They're $30 a year, and you can use any of the state parks. But I thought I might stop and show you just this state park, because while the area is beautiful around here, especially on a nice clear day like this state park, for one, has very little to really draw you to. As you can see, there's a little lone pit toilet over there, porta potty, I guess, and a parking area. And other than that, you just don't get much else other than the views, of course, which, I mean, the views, hey, that's enough. Unfortunately, too, there is usually quite a bit of traffic from the Hood Canal Bridge. So this is not exactly a shining star of a state park here in the area, but it is a state park, and it is a place that you can park and enjoy the scenery. And if you really had to, there's a porta potty. I ain't going in there though. But who am I kidding, really? This is just another excuse for me to stop and make another cup of coffee. Okay, I made it. This is Dosey Wallops State Park. This has a little bit more features to it. There's a restroom facility over there, and then this park is a little different than the other one in that it's split across the highway. That's the 101 highway there. Across the highway is a camping area, and it's got everything you might need. I'm not so interested in staying in a campground. There's a lot of free places to disperse camp in this area, but if you needed things like restrooms and established campsites, it looks pretty nice over there. I just drove through real quick. I'd probably walk back through. I figure I'll park down here because this is the day use area. So I've been trying to check out the local state parks and work my way around and visiting each one, because now that I have lost my ability to have a shower at a gym, I don't have a gym membership anymore, it's nice to have a hot shower once in a while, and some of the Washington state parks have showers. Now, some of the state parks are limited, like the one I was at this morning had basically nothing. This one's quite a bit nicer. You can see there's a bathroom facility behind me, and then across the highway where the camping is, they do have showers there. And those run on tokens, so you can get tokens at the little ranger station when you come in and get yourself a nice hot shower. The other thing that I need is water. And I think if I remember correctly, I have now gone about 3 months without buying water. I always used to buy water at one of the little water kiosks outside grocery stores. And I haven't had to do that because I've had Washington State Parks to provide me water. So with that $30 a year Discover Pass, I have access to pay showers, of course, and also free water. So the problem is, you never really know what you're going to come across when you find a water spigot. So this is the water spigot that they have here at this park, and there's no way to attach a hose to that, and it's much too low to get my water jugs under it. So I've got a little short hose that I carry, and just a few feet long, and then I have one of these. This is called a Water Bandit. So it's a rubber end with a male water hose on it, and so you can screw your hose into that side, and this side, since it's got this little rubber end on it, you can simply just shove that onto any kind of water outlet. And that one's a little small, so we'll see if it works, but that way I can get water out of this low spigot. All right, this works really well. Believe it or not, I have been carrying that little Water Bandit in my van for 4.5 years, and this is the first time I've actually had to use it. I'm glad I've got it, because that means I got free water today. Well, you know, free water since I bought the $30 a year pass, but free water today. All right, so one thing that I have noticed about showers here is sometimes they're not very pleasant. This one's nice, but if there's multiple showers in the state park that you go to, check them all out, because I went to the other one and it wasn't nearly as nice. It was clean, wasn't dirty, but it was pretty old and run down, and I don't know. I shouldn't complain about a 50-cent shower though, should I? Anyway, I am quite happy with this one. It's been a week, I guess, since I've had a hot shower. Not just showering in my van, so this will be nice. All right, that was a nice shower. Even though it's been a week since I've taken a shower last, I almost didn't go in there because it's a little chilly, and sometimes I just opt to bathe in the comfort of my own van, because if it's chilly outside, I can turn my heater on, crank up the heat, and make sure it's nice and warm. I probably wouldn't have gone in there this morning. It was just much too cold, but it's warmed up a little bit. I think it's probably in the mid-50s here, so it wasn't quite so bad. And what made it better is That was some hot water. That's the hottest water I've found in a camp shower anywhere in Washington yet. So that was a nice thing, because it's still, you know, it's still a little chilly for me. Without the hot water, it wouldn't have been quite a comfortable experience. So, yeah, glad I went in. So it's about 3:45, so I've got to find a place to camp for the night. And obviously I don't really want to stay here and pay for a camp spot, because all around this area is free dispersed camping. So I'm gonna head off into the woods and see if I can find something. There's so much around here, I just don't understand why somebody would pay to camp and park right next to somebody, but you know, to each their own. It's just not something I really enjoy. But we'll see what we find. Okay, so found a camp spot. This is the Hamma region of the Olympic National Forest. I decided to back down this little track because I don't think I have a place to turn around. One of the nice things about this van is I have not only a small van to fit into tight spots, but I also have a reverse camera, so that kind of came in handy here. And I think this is a nice spot. There's a little fire pit, which I will not be using. But look at this. I gotta tell you, I love camping where I can hear water running all night. And that's what I've got here. I am quite happy. I am quite happy. So I'm looking around, checking out this camp spot. There's some oddities in this area. For one, back in the other direction, there's some clear cutting. It's an unfortunate thing about national forest land is they do sell off timber. And of course, that's good and bad. I mean, it means that there's money to keep this open as public lands, but it's also quite ugly, just back a few hundred feet. I'm not going to film that, but what I will show you is there's some strange things, like this sign, which is oddly ironic. So I was just saying that there's some oddities of this camp spot. You never really know what you're going to find when you go out in the wilderness like this, because this isn't really too far out in the wilderness, you know. There's towns and things close by, so it makes it a popular spot. But another oddity here is somebody's pit toilet. I'm not going to look in it. I'm just going to go away. I'm just going to go away now. All right, I just realized that I haven't had much to eat. I got a little bit famished there. And so I decided I'm just going to do something quick and simple. So, okay, now keep in mind that I haven't had much to eat today, okay? So don't get after me. It may look like a lot, but I need it. I think I need it. I think I'm going to add some of that Yellowbird hot sauce too. I've been really going through a lot of this. I think, is this my second bottle this month? I think. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to try to become a sumo wrestler, so I really need to bulk up. That's why I'm eating so much. Well, I was so hungry, I got a little sidetracked. I wanted to get out and watch the sunset. I missed that, but I don't feel bad because, boy, I was hungry. Anyway, I missed the sunset. It is now, yeah, pitch black, which is odd because tonight is a full moon. This is not spooky at all here on Halloween. It is Halloween. It is a full moon. And I'm out here in the dark. I'm not afraid. But what I am happy about is, maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't. I can hear that little creek. Even inside my van, I can hear the creek running. It's not really a very little creek. So I'm going to enjoy that, and hopefully that will give me a nice, sound, long sleep, because I need it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.